Have you ever seen something that made your stomach drop? But before you could even ask a question, you started looking for a harmless explanation? Maybe you told yourself you were overthinking. Maybe you convinced yourself there had to be another reason. I know that feeling because I did exactly that. One night, while he was in the shower, his phone buzzed and I looked at it. And the message that popped up read, "I miss you already." The name underneath it was someone I had never heard of. When he came back, I didn't accuse him of anything. I simply asked, "Hey, who was that? Your phone buzzed earlier." He went completely still for a second. Then his face changed. And then he asked me what the name on the phone was. And I told him. And he said, "Oh, that's just someone from work. We are just a little close." And then he asked me why I was going through his phone. But I wasn't. His phone was just sitting face up on the counter. I didn't even touch it. But within a few minutes, the conversation has completely changed. We weren't talking about his message anymore. We were talking about me. And the questions were coming. Why was I going through his phone? Why was I questioning him? Why could I not trust him? And somehow, I ended up apologizing yet again. I was apologizing for seeing a notification I never asked to see on a phone I did not touch. And looking back, that part still bothers me because I walked into that issue just with a simple question: who was that? And I walked away feeling like I had done something wrong. 2 weeks later, I saw the same name again. This time, something in me felt different. I didn't immediately create an innocent explanation. I didn't tell myself I was feeling paranoid. This time, I opened the thread. And what I saw changed everything. Because this time, I could no longer explain it away. I remember staring at that conversation, reading it once, then reading it again. Because sometimes your mind needs a few seconds to accept what your eyes has already seen. I had spent so much time trying to make excuses for things that made me feel uncomfortable. But that conversation made it harder to keep doing that. There was absolutely no innocent explanation that I could build up anymore at that point. That message is actually why I am telling you this story today. Because it was one of those moments where you stop asking yourself, am I imagining this? And start asking myself a completely different question. What am I going to do now that I know? I wasn't ready for that answer yet. But tomorrow, I'm going to read you exactly what that message said. And I'm going to tell you what I did immediately I finished reading it. What I experienced was deception and manipulation. And the first conversation also showed me how easily the focus should be shifted from what he did wrong to the accusations of touching and opening or snooping through his phone. If someone makes you feel guilty for asking a reasonable question, especially when the original issue was their behavior, pay attention to that. And if you have ever found yourself making excuses for something that made you uncomfortable because you desperately wanted an innocent explanation, you are not alone. You can share your experience in the comments if you feel comfortable. It will help others to feel and learn that whatever they are going through is not their fault. Because, to be frank, I decided to share my story because I wanted others to feel that, oh, this happens, stuff like this happens, and there is a name to it, and whatever it is absolutely not your fault. And if someone you know keeps questioning their own instincts just because someone keeps making them doubt and defend themselves when whatever happened is not their fault, share this video with them. Because sometimes all we need is for just someone else to say, no, you were right to notice that, before we trust ourselves again. Tomorrow I'm going to read that message to you word for word, and then I'll tell you exactly what I did after reading it. And if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you will see the video daily as I drop them. I'll see you tomorrow.